Hi there, Dan coming to you from Shenzhen, China. I've been living here for about a year. I'm doing some projects here. I've been coming to China for, almost about 30 years and lived here full time off and on for 10 years straight. Beijing, Nanjing, and now in Shenzhen. I'm originally from Chicago. Want to talk today about something that I'm going to be doing a lot of videos on, and that's cryptocurrency. We have been doing a lot of research here on some of the mining units, and I'm here by the capital of electronics in Shenzhen. It's just a phenomenal. I'll explain that later. We're going to be doing several of these videos. This video here I want to talk to you about is about, a lot of people have these USB stick miners, okay, USB Bitcoin stick miners that you plug into a USB port. And, there's, I don't know if you can see that, there's some of them here, and I got this off the internet. I'm going to kind of read a review about it. My opinion, don't spend your money on it, please. If you're interested in Bitcoin, you can go to Coinbase and, subscribe and buy some Bitcoin with some extra money. You can invest $1 a day. You can have it set where it takes $1 out of your debit card every day or once a week, whatever amount you want. You don't even have to set it if you want. But there's another way of getting some Bitcoin without even investing any money, and I'll explain that in a little bit. Basically these things are going to cost you $20 to $40 depending upon which one you get, and then you got to spend electricity because it's going to power on your computer and drain a little bit faster, so you're going to spend money on electricity. And I just want to read off some of the reviews here. It's actually laughable that people will actually spend money on these things to get some Bitcoin. Yeah, you're only going to get a fraction of a Bitcoin, because what's Bitcoin now? It's running in the $62 to $6,400 range right now, and it's been up and down. And there's rumors that it's going to be $1 million a chip by 2020. Because there's only a limited amount of Bitcoins, and the mining is going to be getting more difficult. Now, I can understand that if you got these machines when Bitcoin first came out, when it was 11 cents a Bitcoin, well, gee, you're getting a tenth of a Bitcoin, once a month, or you're getting 1 Bitcoin a month if it's mining 15 cents a month. Well, now you're making a lot of money, but to invest in these things now to get some Bitcoin, I wouldn't advise it, because by the time you pay for it and get it installed and that, you're really not going to make any money. There's a better way. There's a couple programs out there. There's MinersGate that will mine. I'll do a review on a couple of the software programs here a little bit later, but I want to talk to you about one that I would recommend, and that's the Honeyminer. Basically what that does is uses your computer CPU as a mining device, and it's attached to your email address. So, if you have a laptop and a desktop, you can have them going at the same time, double your money. If you have a better graphics card in your desktop unit, or you can get another graphics card and it'll actually produce more for you. But the good thing is that they basically give you units of Satoshis, and those are actually Bitcoins. Those are penny increments of Bitcoin. And basically, as the Bitcoin market goes up, you're making more money, and it doesn't cost you anything other than you log in, download their software, and basically you'll get actually 1,000 coins for just signing up, which is worth about 6.5 cents right now. And I've been doing it here for about 5 days, and I've got about almost 35 cents towards Bitcoin. That's not where I put my effort. I'm just doing it for fun because I'm using my computer. It's actually running right now as I'm making this video, so I'm making money on it. I'm also running another one called Miner's Gate, and it mines a couple different coins. It mines Monero and a few other ones too. But I'll get into that review a little bit later. But let's get back to these stick USBs, okay? A little bit of background about me. Like I said, I've been coming to China for 30 years. I've been living here now in Shenzhen for well over a year. We have an import-export company in Shanghai. My partner has an operation in Orlando, Florida. We do quite a few things. We bring in plumbing supply that is sold to Home Depot and Lowe's, and we're involved in yoga clothes and LED grow lights and a few other things. I'm doing some business forums here called the Young Entrepreneurs of Shenzhen, the YES Group. We have quite a few expats, and so I kind of enjoy myself. I've been involved in the computer industry. I mean, I paid $7,500 for my first computer. It was a 286 running at 8 megahertz, and that's when they had the 8088s, and the Seagate hard drives were running about $199 to $250 for a 20 meg Seagate. Woo! And then they had RLL technology where you could stack it and make it a 30 meg, I think the first computer I had a CGA card because they didn't have VGA at the time, and had a 80 meg full height Western Digital drive, with an 8286 processor with 1 megabyte of RAM on the motherboard, and it only used 640K memory. And we had 9 banks of 256K memory chips, and chips were very expensive. This is back when Reagan was in office. And, it was $7,500, and finally we got into selling computers, and then they went to the 386SX and a 386 and a 486, and we were making some good money on it. We did some engineering software and did a lot of consulting, and I worked for Nanao Monitor Manufacturing, which was a high-end VGA monitor that came out in 1988, and did some very good business with them. But getting back to the point here where I'm at the world's capital for electronics, and for Bitcoin miners, this is the heaven because this is where all the machines are made. I mean, the Antminer Z9 I and the all of the Antminer varieties and quite a few other ones that are all based here in Shenzhen, and I've talked to most of the manufacturers here at there. But getting back to the USB stick drives, we got Gecko Science, we got BP MC Red Fury USB, and an Antminer U2. And I'll also talk about don't have it listed here, but the Moonlander, which has a little fan on it. And I think they're manufactured in Hong Kong, and the company's based in New York City. But I'm looking here, this is a printout from Google, and the ASC miner block interrupter USB 330 megahash, Sapphire miner. It says, which will give you less than 1 cent per month. Wow, I'm spending $40 and I'm going to get 1 penny return. I think it'll take you about 22 years to get your money back on that. And I bet by the time you spend electricity, I think you're paying about 2 cents for electricity per month. So you're losing money every month. So you're never going to return on your money on that. You're just throwing $40 away just to say you got a fraction of a Bitcoin. So a waste of time. The Gecko Science, wow, it really went up there. 15 cents a month. You got to pay $40 for it. Get them on Amazon. And how much electricity are you going to use? So at $40 divided by 15 cents, I think it's about 20 years before you get your money back on it. Okay. Not a good investment, not smart. Avian Nano 3, the Nano, I keep on saying Nano. I work for Nano, NANO monitors, NANO. 3.6 is a 3.6 gigahash miner, which will give you almost $1 per year. You will need to plug it into your USB port on any computer, and also no fan is required. Woo! Here's another one, the Bitman Ant Router R1 Wi-Fi Solo Bit Miner, $1 per year. Don't waste your time on it. Don't waste your money. If you want to get Bitcoin, you don't want to pay for it, buying these stupid units here, it's not a smart thing to do. I would take the $40 and go to Coinbase and invest it in some real coin, and you got some Bitcoin instead of spending $40 on Amazon. And you go, well, I really like to do some mining. Well, there's a couple software programs out there. I'll get into them later, but I want to get into one that I would recommend, and that is the Honey Miner. Okay, and it's kind of unique because it has a two-tier referral program. When you sign up for it, it doesn't cost you any money. You're going to get the software program, and it's linked to your email address. And basically, you're going to be getting, for signing up automatically, you're going to get, it hashes Satoshi coins. So right off the bat, you're going to get 1,000 Satoshi coins. And that is that's 6-7 cents just for starting off. I've been running it for 4 days here. Like I said, it's almost 50 cents. I've got almost 50 cents so far. But I'm just doing it for fun. And I got another program running, and I'll get into that in a later date about the comparison between the two. We'll tell you about those and what's good and what isn't. But, you know, if you want to get some Bitcoin, you don't have any money, go to this Honey Miner. I'll put the link down below on here. I'm going to put this on DTube as well as YouTube. Hit the subscribe button and the notification. And what I'll do is I'll put the little link down there where you can get the link and do that. But they give a referral program, and the referral program works where you refer your first level of people, and you will make 10% of what they mine. It'll go to your account. And the second tier referral is 5%. So if you're in a network marketing, which is not really marketing, I call it recruiting. You know, you're not really marketing anything, you're recruiting people, you know. So a lot of people trying to get me doing a network marketing, I'm not into it. You know, I like having a physical product, selling it, and know what I'm making and project what I make. You know, network marketing, you got to rely on your people to buy, and if they don't buy, you don't make any money, so you can't really project your income. But I really want to talk to you about this one because it's something you can make some money on, and it's kind of a good way to kind of experience the Bitcoin industry. It's supposed to be going up tremendously. I mean, some of the people are predicting $1 million per Bitcoin by the year 2020. And I can see the rationale behind it because there's only so many coins that are going to be mined and only so many men on the market. So, I mean, there's going to be less than, I think they said 18 million or 19 million Bitcoins. Well, there's 26 million millionaires, so that means there's not even going to be one Bitcoin per millionaire on the planet, you know, if they want it. So we'll see how this all comes about. We got more companies accepting it now. I know UPS now has said they're going to be accepting Bitcoin, and they're more on the exchange. There's more coins coming out all the time. It's getting stronger. The only thing that may hurt us is the government's decided to clamp down on them. But, you know, I've heard some rumor that they're going to come out with a Fed coin, you know, but I'll keep you updated on that. I'm spending a lot of time here. I'm here in Shenzhen. You know, I go up to that computer mart at least twice a week. And imagine a super Walmart, and imagine 10 of them stacked on the top of each other, and that's one building. And they have about 8 of these buildings here like that. And it's nothing but electronics, everything from power supply, power cords, LED lights, diodes to chips. And in one area that I go to, they have all the Antminers. There's like 2 levels of nothing but people selling Antminers. They're all competing against each other. And one of the ones I've got with, and we're going to do, we're actually going to have a lot of these videos. We're going to be going to the mart. We're going to be going to some of the factories, showing you how they assemble these things and how they're made. And you know, I've got an Antminer Z9 Mini. that we're running, and it's doing fairly good. And here in China, what you people have to pay for one unit, I can buy 2 units here. I don't have a Trump tariff. I don't have a shipping cost, and this is where they're made, and I can negotiate with them. You guys in the States, they just sell it to you, then there's no negotiation. I can bargain with them and get them down. I get to go have tea with them and grind them down a little bit, you know, and tell them I'll help them with some marketing aspects and teach them some marketing, and they give me a better price. But I met with a lady who's one of the top marketers. She works at the Computer Mart on a regular basis, and they do Bitcoin and Ethereum and Litecoin, and they do Zcash and Zencoin. And I've been looking at one of these units here, does Zcash, Equihash, and it's going to run about, she quoted me 3,450 renminbi. You divide that by 6.88. So we're looking at about $3,200 for this unit. But the nice thing about it, it's called Inno Silicon, okay? And it's the A9ZEC, and it runs only 620 watts, and it mines 50,000 sols plus or minus 6%. So if you can, you know, boost it up a little bit, you could probably get up to, you know, 51, 52, 53 sols, not a problem. Wouldn't recommend it, you know, and it's probably going to run maybe a little bit faster than that. I mean, if you get a nice one out of it and run 6% more, it's going to be doing 53,000 sols, and for $3,200, and it does Zcash, you're going to get a pretty quick return on your investment. We're doing quite a few here because cost of electricity. I'm living in a little mountain village outside of Shenzhen called Wutong Mountain. I live here because it's only half an hour from Hong Kong, and I go to Hong Kong quite a bit, and it's kind of quiet here. I'm not in a hustle bustle of regular Shenzhen, but we get on a bus, and it takes me about 35 minutes to get to Huashang Road. That's where all of these markets are at. It's just, you get lost. I mean, if you decided to come here to look at this stuff, you're going to spend at least 2 days just trying to figure out where everything is at. I mean, they have floor after floor. I don't even know how some of these companies stay in business. I mean, they have covering for covering for your cell phones. And there must be 500 different companies that are selling the same kind of crap, you know, off and on. So it's some of them are going to be weeded out, but there's just so much here. I mean, everything from drones to electronic drums, pianos, to LED lights, to projectors, to computers, to AND miners, to external CD drives, to you just name it, it's here. It's all made here. But we'll get into this later. You know, like I said, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button and that notification bell. And down at the bottom, I'll put a link to that Honey Miner that you can link onto, and it'll tell you more about it. And I'll be making more of these videos, and we'll get back to you here soon. And it's going to be kind of exciting because as I get these units, I'm going to be showing you how to connect them and a little bit about them and the noise level, and doing some running here, right here from where they're made, you know, so you don't have to waste your time and money by, you know, going to Amazon and buying them and then find out they're not making money. I keep up with the top units on a regular basis, and in the next video, I'll compare some of the top ones, which ones are making money and which ones aren't, and what companies are doing some innovations and which ones aren't. We'll get into that and keep you informed, you know, right here from where they make it, here in Shenzhen, China. And like I said, you know, I've spent a lot of time here, but I'm supposed to be retired, but I'm actually working harder now. Well, I should say harder. I'm working more enjoyable now than I was when I was supposed to be working. I'm doing what I want, and it's on my timeline, but I'm keeping busy from 8 o'clock in the morning until, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm making this video here because I was up doing some paperwork and doing some things, and not going to the market tomorrow, but we're going there on Friday, and Saturday I'm going to Hong Kong to meet with a buddy here. So life is good. Keep informed with us. We'll keep in touch, and look forward to telling you more about what's going on here, and having some walkthroughs of the factory, and talking to them about new stuff that's coming out, and keeping track of the market, and we'll talk to you soon. Dan signing out. We'll see you soon.